Happy birthday, KSP. What is up, chat? I'm back after like a year without KSP. I'm back in the KSP Renaissance where there's like so many people playing this game now. It's crazy, 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 crazy what Artemis did. It really made a crazy resurgence for this game. It is wild. Here we are, guys. I've already actually chose my my area. We're gonna start in White Sands. We're gonna start in White Sands. I thought that would be pretty fitting. I was just there basically because the little background music plays while we're in the tracking station. It would have been silence if I was just here at the home base. So we have good old Soul. Wow, it's very dark here. Holy, it's scary. Ominous. All right, let's get everything set up. We're gonna go early rockets. We're avoiding X-plane initially, guys. We're gonna do X-plane after we have a little bit more tech. Doing X-plane at the very start, I have learned, is a horrible mistake unless you are a plane master. You're gonna have a real bad time. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's get started up. Let's get our staff. I want to start with. I usually like to start with like what, 38 researchers. No, we'll go 43. Then 5. All right, 5 engineers. All right, and then let's get a R&D. We're gonna go. My favorite node to go for first is post-war materials. Immediately get the lighter materials, get aluminum as soon as possible. Then the avionics upgrade, and then immediately go into the engine. So that is where we're gonna do that. I think everything else is good. Let me change the flagpole. You'll be happy to see, J2 Prater, I still have it. I still got your flags. So we'll switch that over to the flag. Yep, I've kept the flags all this time. I've always loved those flags. Those are my default ones I use. I still have both of them, the original, the 50s flag, and then the worm flag. Yep. Yep, I still got it. All right, guys, here we are. Let me turn on TUFX. I'm gonna make sure I have TAA off in here though, because TAA screws with the VAB. All right, there we go. Let's make sure WAD's editor is on. Hell yeah, WAD's editor is on. All right, guys, let's do this. It's been a while, but I remember exactly everything to do. This is gonna be fun, guys. I'm excited to do this again. I've played so much RP-1 now. We've learned a lot over the time. I think we're gonna go 500 millimeter. Give you 45 electricity. Resize it. There we go, 46. Not bad. Gonna make a very tiny rocket here. Oh yeah, I love the WADs. The WADs camera is so good. So we definitely do not need a parachute on this first one that we make, the first sounding rocket. Let's immediately get a nose cone on it. Actually, I could make this the nose cone. So we're gonna make this a Smooth cone. Make the top fully rounded. We're going to make it a little bit longer. We'll make the bottom 500 meters. Oh, I gotta make it longer. Make it like look like a bullet tip. 600 millimeters is good. All right. That should be good. Oh yeah, the samples. Where is my science? Science. Let's also change that. There they are. Configure experiments. I try to make the menus a little bit bigger for you guys so you can read this stuff too, because I know that the text is notoriously small in KSP, and it can be hellish to try to read. So we're just going to make this one a temperature scan. I don't want to have multiple experiments on these because that is just going to drain our power way quicker. What kind of tip do we want to have here? Let me go ahead and get the... Ooh. I've been playing so much Starship Evo that I'm accidentally pressing buttons around I shouldn't be pressing. Alright. Let me see what kind of tip we want to put on here. I think I always like having the spinny tips. Oh, I actually always like this one. The ones, because I usually spin these first rockets, so having those cool designs, it usually makes it look more fun whenever it's spinning around. I, of course, am not going to have any solids yet. Oh my god, I have spin motors. Wait a second. I have spin motors. Well, that changes things. This would be... okay. Do I dare do this? I think we'll be good. Give me a hollow cylinder. There we go, 600. Make you thin as possible. Okay. Gonna make this a little shorter. Making a very interesting first sounding rocket, guys, but I want this thing to be a powerhouse. I've learned a lot of different little techniques that we can utilize. Alright, so we're gonna have to get this on the other side. Oh, how do I change my... Oh yeah, it's X. Okay, so I think we can get away with like 3. I think I have them upside down. There we go. There we go. That'll work. We'll do that. Let me turn off snapping. Been a long time since I've done this, guys. It feels good to be back, but it also feels really weird. Oh god. I forget what it is. I think it's hold shift to snap things to stuff. Yeah. To force the snap. Alright, there we go. 600. This is going to be probably a fairly short rocket. Okay. We, of course, aren't going to be recovering the tip. There's no parachute on this thing. We're going to have to make the tank high pressure. There we go. Just go ahead and get the engine mount. And then we'll get the engine on so we can figure out our size and fuel. Engine mount. I don't want this rocket to be too small and stubby, guys, so we will be adjusting things if it is. Okay. Kind of state. I think we just probably get away with like a bow tail or something. I think a bow tail would be good, guys. We're just gonna do that. All right, what kind of texture do you want to do here? Just do like something like that. And we'll just mount, let's see, what is my favorite one to use? I mean, I guess we could just use the Araby. I mean, that's usually the standard, very first engine you use. All right, let's see what kind of fuel you got. 51 seconds. Wow. It's probably more than our rated burn time, I'll be honest. I might have made the rocket a tiny bit too thick. 47? It's not very much past the rated burn time, I'll be honest. That isn't bad. It's a little bit of a stubby rocket, guys, but I feel like this is going to be good for future upgrades when we actually implement this onto a smaller stage below it. Don't want to try to make this thing slightly longer. That'd be really pushing its burn time, though. I don't know. It's going to add too much weight and push its burn time up. Let's just keep it where it is. That'll keep it at 48. I don't want to go too much over the rated burn time. That's a very bad idea. But those solids will give us a nice final boost. All right. So we'll go ahead and get a flag decal here. I keep being used to the rotation settings from Starship Evo. So for this one, we are not going to be using the SpaceX flag because it's not going to exist quite yet. For now, I'm just probably going to be using, well, I guess we could use the SpaceX flag. I was going to say, because I was thinking maybe we'd use like an Army flag or something like that for now. Oh, not the ESA flag. Definitely not the worm flag. Okay, let me put this. I kind of would rather have it like that. We'll put it on both sides. Or let's put it on the top part. So we make sure it's actually on the top stage. That'd be cool. Got a good flag back. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, you can send me a link or something through Discord. I mean, that's how I got your flags again, is I just went through Discord where our messages in the past. Let me see if there's something that would be good here to frame this. I don't think there really is, unless I make the flag a little bit smaller, which we could do. Let's go with this one, and then we will scale the SpaceX to actually fit in there. And then on the main body, maybe I can get away with a US Army one, because I know there's one default. Oh yeah, these ones are going to be crunched in. They're not going to be, I don't have a long enough tank to be able to show those off. I don't know if we really, oh, the USAF works. Okay. Well, we can do that. All right, let's start coloring this a little bit. So maybe we should keep with the red. I'm just gonna probably have white body though. All right, we'll change this one. We're making this a pretty basic rocket initially to kind of go along. I want to be somewhat, not historically accurate, but at least be with the times somewhat. course, our SpaceX is not founded by Elon. It's a startup company by NASA in our universe. We don't really have like because I have to try to make SpaceX actually work on existing back this far in time. The only way to make that work is if it is founded by totally different people in totally different ways. So that is what we're doing. I mean, this works. It's very basic, but I think it will get the job done. Oh yeah, I forgot we could change the visual scale of this thing. Can I change the color at all? Oh, I can. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, we'll keep it white. Kind of like it better, like the black. Now the only thing, decoupling ring. I'll have to turn that black too. All right. I need to get some fins on this thing, and then I need to get the Tiny Tim on the bottom. Okay. So let's first get the hollow inner stage. Pop that bad boy on. Boom. There we go. And then we'll just grab Tiny Tim and throw it on. Now the key to making this work is you have to start the Araby and Tiny Tim at the exact same time. They got to start at the same time, and then you release Tiny Tim after it burns all up. And that's how that goes. And then we have to mount Tiny Tim to one of our little launch clamps. Boom. And we'll go ahead and bring this whole rocket down because this thing is way up in the air. Our rocket is tiny, but I think it's going to be able to do things, guys. It just needs fins, of course, so it has stability. It's like a little bullet. Very bullet inspired. I mean, literally. Literally, it has so much of that look. It's fine. Good aerodynamics on a bullet. It's meant to cut through air. So I think that is exactly what we need. All right, let's get our procedural wings. Oh, nice. Your probe arrived. Wicked. We're gonna go 3-fin for this. Let me snap them on points because they are just gonna work better that way. There we go. Thickness on the tip. Make the inside a little bit thicker. Ah, accidentally let go. Yo, DJ Killer, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. 23 months. Do appreciate the resub, man. Thank you, thank you. Alright. I think that is pretty good. Let me see what... Oh, yep, that is not good. Need to have them bigger. They're going to actually need to be pretty big now that I think about it. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised our aerodynamic ball is sitting so high. Now the only problem we have here, I don't want to have super big fins because of the pure fact of it's going to add a bunch more weight. Let's try to find a good spot where it's at least close. Yep. Yep, getting close. You and two other people are all like the longest subs now. Pretty close to all the same amount of time. Nice. I'll check that out here in a little bit. So what I might be able to do, oh, I think we'll be actually good because when I release the Tiny Tim, yeah, we'll be good. Because when the Tiny Tim releases, our center of mass is going to change. So I could put another set of fins on the Tiny Tim. We'll test this in simulation, but I think that this will actually do the trick. Let me color these. We'll get that leading and trailing edge. The leading edge, we'll just go with the black, and the trailing edge, I'm probably just going to go with the white. And then we could go ahead and, now I think about it, yeah, I was going to say I don't want to put any fuel or anything in those, but we do need to raise the strength of these slightly because I do not want these fins ripping off. Okay, I think most of this is good. We can recolor the Tiny Tim. We'll go ahead and change all of this. Battle cry, E. Battle cry, E. It's like an inside joke from my teenage years. Only the people that know me in real life know about that. Pretty much. Let's see. Definitely want to separate those stages out. So we need actually all three of these need to go at once. All three of those. And then stage that, and then the final stage. And I think that'll do it. It really might be a good idea to put some fins on the Tiny Tim because I'm worried that the instability right out of the gate might lead us to immediately tip over if I don't. Also, we need to give a ever so slight angle to these fins so we get a spin going. Let's just get a tiny angle going. Just a real small one. Oh, maybe not that much. Oh, trying to get that perfectly in the spot. About right there. Hopefully that'll spin us enough. Let me just go ahead and put the fins on, guys. I'm going to put the second set of fins on. I just feel like we're going to need it. Yes, I remembered how to copy parts. Good thing I actually remembered how. Been a while. Alright, let me see if I can get this to go. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. That just fully balanced everything out. So we should do this initially. And yeah, that's gonna... These ones aren't really at an angle. It's only the top ones. So, I mean, I guess we could influence the spin even more right out of the gate if I just give these an ever so slight tilt too. Just a tiny one. We just hardly even moved it. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Now, we're gonna have to test this thing. We're just going with our traditional naming scheme. Let me put the name of it on there. I always like to have this stuff kind of customized pretty well. We'll put the name right here. Gotta make it pretty small. All right, and we'll use the... Wow, we have a lot of options for text now. They've added a lot more text to RP-1. There was not this many options before. That's cool. Okay. Do I want to underline it? I don't think I can underline that. Let's do that. That looks pretty good. All right, fill color. I try to somewhat match it to the blue of the flag, but that can be sometimes proving a little bit difficult. I think that's almost right on the money right there. There we go. Outline. Let's give it black outline. Oh. There we go. Yippee! Might want to make the SpaceX flag even smaller here. I wish our USAF wasn't so scrunched in, but it's fine. We could actually change that to be the same shade of blue. It would honestly fit for the rocket. Oh, we do. So, wait, let me grab... Oh, I don't have that same color set actually. I'm gonna actually have to figure this out myself again from scratch and make the color. Okay. So this actually might not be as hard as I'd originally expected. Need to get a little darker. Not quite. That's about the shade. It needs more darkness to it. I think that is almost on the money right there. We'll go with that. All blue. So I guess we will change the stripe on this then. Oh, I should have grabbed the color. Grab the color from that. Store color. We'll put it over here. All right. I think we are looking pretty good, guys. That is a nice little starting rocket. We're gonna need to test it before we tool it. I don't want to waste money on tooling before testing it. We can put a decal on it. Oh, I can't make it any smaller than that? Uh-oh. Well, I guess this works. And I guess I could just put the high explosive on there. I only have one of them, right? Yeah. I don't need anything else. I think that should be good, guys. I wish I could make this even smaller. We can make it like faded. I forgot you could do that. Probably shouldn't do that though. Is there anything else that would be more fitting? I mean, I think that is pretty much it. I mean, I guess I could do the explosive bolts one. I've always liked this one because it just looks like a general caution kind of on it, like a danger type thing. All right, we'll go with that. Let me test this thing to see if it even works. Cause you never know, guys. This thing might be a big old failure. The only thing that would worry me is if it's a possibility it's too stubby and then it wants to do that good old tip over due to the hitting the atmospheres at a hard rate. Basically, if I go and launch it too fast, we might have problems with it being so stubby. Most general sounding rockets I'd make would be a lot more like slender. But we made a little bit of a tubby one here. I think it'll do us well though. All right, here we are. Let's, oh, I gotta use the camera again. All right, let's try it. Let's see if she works. Throttle is up. We have control. Testing in 3, 2, 1. That was clean if I've ever seen it. Okay, I think we I think we got a good sounding rocket. Boy, oh boy, was that a clean launch. That was just straight as a bullet. We shaped it like a bullet, and it's acting just like a bullet. And there it goes, spinning around, perfectly straight, going straight up. I could actually probably push this thing and put even more fuel in it. But remember, if I go too far past the rating of the engine, we're going to have problems. Alright, get ready to use the solid stage. Holy, that gave me a good boost. Alright. Not exactly the best launch in history, because we're already losing altitude. Yeah, so I think I need to add more feel to it, and then I also need to wait longer on the solids, because that did not get very much height. I think it needed a little bit more burn time. Let's make sure we go back from here so we don't mess anything up. It is from here, right? Yeah. Revert to editor. I always worry that I'm going to mess something up when I revert out of simulations. So really, it's just about fuel burn time. It's just not quite enough. Remember, this is a pretty heavy rocket, guys. Because we need our aluminum tanks. It just has the steel right now. And I could put way less electricity in it too, which we probably will. So 54, 1 minute. Yeah, let's push it. 1 minute. And then I'm going to change this to be like go lucky 17. 17 power. And that gives us 1700 dV. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I think this will be good, guys. We are going to go ahead and tool this. And I think this is going to be the one we send. Tool it. All right. New LC. SXIL sounding. All right. Boom. Oh, it made automatic Kerbal alarms now. There's definitely some new features in RP-1 since I last had played. Remember, it's been like a year since I played RP-1. They've definitely introduced some new things since then. I've already noticed a couple new things, like there's loads more fonts now, and then the Kerbal alarm clock. I just noticed that. Other than that, just probably a lot of new parts. Nice. Godspeed. Hopefully everything goes well. All right, let's make sure we have all of our staff hired before I go and fast forward time. Yep, we're good. And the engineers, we don't need to assign them to anything quite yet. All right. There's that. Oh, I forgot to add our rocket to the plans. That's how you save time, guys. Then you don't have to go back into the VAB. Because remember, thing about KSP is the good old memory leak. Every time you go through a loading screen like this, you make your loading times longer. You stack them basically. So everything you can possibly do to avoid less make your playthrough have less loading screens, you're going to be better off. Because you're each game session, you're just going to stack those loads and eventually you're going to end up with like a 2-minute load time. So what I like to do is, yeah, we just take this, our little rocket. It's all tooled out. It has its launch pad. And what I like to do is we always add it to our plans. Lock the parts. And then when it's on our plans, that means we don't have to go back into the VAB to go and launch them when we finish a complex. All right. So there we go. Now, is this already on my list of things? Combined. Integration. Nope. We can actually have 10 engineers on it, though. Nice. All right. Hit it. All right. We've added it to the list. I guarantee you this is not going to be a high-flying rocket, guys. I don't see this one getting the Kármán line until I at least get the aluminum body on it. It needs to be lighter, because right now it's just simply too heavy with the materials it uses. But that's kind of a given when you first start this. Now, it did say, I think 10 was the max. Yeah. So we could hire 5 more engineers here. Nice. All right. Let me adjust my sound settings a little bit more. We'll turn up things. Turn up my music just a tad. There we go. And we got everything ready to go. We got science going, and we have that queued up. So send it. All right, it's time. Roll out. Oh, it's nighttime. I don't think I want to do a night launch. We don't want our first launch to be at night, guys. Let's go sunrise. July 13th, 1951. The first launch of our space program is gonna be happening. Here we go. And I do have test flight fully enabled, by the way, guys. So that does mean I can have pre-launch failures, aka the engine can fail right out of the gate. That's always fun. It also gives you the ultimate challenge, because we all know that can happen in real life. I've seen that countless times. All right, guys. Are we ready? I don't even have black. I don't think I have TUFX on. Boom. There we go. Looking good. Not a cloud in the sky. It's looking clear out right now. I do have True Volumetrics 5 in. Just right now, this is a clear day. All right. Let's do this. Let me get my science experiment ready to go. I don't think we're going to really be able to do it very much. We're just going to pin this window. And then I am going to pin my engines window. So you guys can see engine stats. All right. We're pretty much ready to roll. First launch of our space program in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX. Go SXIL. Let's do this. Wow, there's not a cloud in sight. Such a clear day. Perfect day for launch. All systems are nominal. 35 seconds to burn. 8,000 meters in climbing. Oh, we have an engine failure. Repeat, engine failure. Not good. I'd say we're gonna have to Ranger, boys. She was a failure. Mission filed. Well, you win some, you lose some, ladies and gentlemen. We had an engine failure, 25 seconds left in the burn. I probably should have just went ahead and range safetied it when it was all put together because I ended up, after decoupling it, I basically created even more scrap that could fall down. Well, we'll make another one. All right. We can immediately add another one to the plans, and we should be able to produce it quicker. This will give us, we got some precious engine data, so we'll already have better reliability. All right, you recondition the pad. Oh, you got your chutes deployed. Godspeed, man. Hopefully you get it. Oh, hey, we got our post-war materials. Oh, we could already upgrade this. All right. Let me see if I can edit this without it changing the fuel, because this is going to make us immensely lighter changing to aluminum. Well, at least we got the first launch done. We did get that one mission done. No matter what happens, you get that mission done after you launch a rocket, even if it's a big old failure. All right, so let me see. We have 1700 DV right now. What is it going to change to when I switch to aluminum? Ooh, wow, we got 150 DV from that. I will take it. Tool it. Save edits. Nice. That's a good DV boost. All right. And then I'm going to add this to plans. We want the new version added to our plans so that will replace our previous one. So now we'll have aluminum body. Because one thing to note about plans is it will always, even if you change something about the vessel, the plan will always be that version of the vessel that you added to your plans. So if you improve it in any way, shape, or form, you'll end up having your old upgrades. I've made the mistake of sending out old plans before, and it really messed me up. So I always think about that. November 1st, nope, 1951, we have the second launch of our program. We do have a tiny bit of clouds in sight, but overall, another clear morning. Weather's looking nice over here at White Sands right now. So hopefully we can get a little bit of science done here, because I definitely want to start getting the next research node going and work towards that Kármán line. All right, guys. Launch number 2. Let's see how things go. Another clear day. Everything looks good. Go ahead and pin that. And then we'll pin this. All right. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. The luck of the Irish right now, man. I'm not doing so hot. I would say it would be opposite of luck of the Irish. Right now it's not going well, guys. We've had 2 engine failures back to back. Engine failure right out of the gate. The Aerobee just immediately failed on us. That was good old test flight rearing its ugly face. My time, my money. Well, that's unfortunate, guys. Second rocket down the drain. Luckily, these things are very cheap to produce, so that's a big plus. We have not, however, gained any science from our launches so far, so it's not going so hot in that sense. We just have our Kármán line contract, so we just gotta focus on that. Oh, I got sponsors already, though. I did not think I'd already get these. Okay, craft integration. Oh, yes, Douglas, for sure. We're going Douglas. And I like to go Aerojet a lot of times, get that, but I think, so air launch, Donald Douglas, I think Rocketdyne, yep. Rocketdyne, and JPL possibly. We're gonna go JPL. Yep. Alright, we got sponsors. That is pretty dang important, honestly. Alright. Hopefully... Third time's the charm. Sorry. Random cough. Alright, condition the launch pad. The first year of the space program isn't going so hot, guys. We're almost to 1952 and we haven't had a successful launch. But we also only launched 2 rockets. January 1st, we're gonna have this one ready. Alright. January 12th, 1952. It's time for another launch. We have a little bit more clouds in the sky. Right at sunrise. Luckily, we're getting a lot of funding right now here. So this is going to help us advance in the future. But we need to get some science so we can start getting some tech research. My poor researchers are starting to twiddle their thumbs here. They don't have very much left to research. They've almost finished. Actually, they might have already finished. I think we only started with 2, so I immediately burned all my research points right out of the gate. So we need science. I need it. All right. Third time's the charm, right, guys? Right? Right. You win some, you lose some. This is how it goes. This is space flight in a nutshell, man. You spend all the time and money, and sometimes it just goes wrong right out of the gate. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Oh, all systems are nominal. Good launch, good launch. We are flying straight up. $3,000 meters. Look at that sunrise. All systems are nominal. 45 seconds left in burn. Approaching 300 meters per second. 35 seconds left. $10,000 meters. 25 seconds to burn. Things are looking good. All systems are nominal. 20 seconds on the burn. Things are looking very good. 10 seconds. Get ready to turn the temp scan on. 3, 2, 1. Full burn. We actually did our full burn. Hell yes. We didn't go super high though, guys. We only got to about a 50,000 kilometers. Or 50 kilometers. Which is high enough to do some science though. All we need is 35 or 40, I believe. And then we actually start doing science. We're not going to have very much time up here, guys. But we will get a little bit of science done. I believe. I hope so. Yep, we are. Yes. As soon as we hit 39,000, we start doing it. We did it, guys. We're actually getting some science points. Third launch was the charm. Hey, look, the moon. The moon. All right. Nice. Look at those textures on the planet. Holy moly. Soul's definitely been upgraded over time. Looking good. I need to add Pewd's Milky Way skybox still. I haven't added that. All right, give me that precious science, guys. 47K ended up being our altitude. We're halfway to the Kármán line. I definitely think, I possibly think that we need to remove the solid stage because it doesn't seem to be helping. Not in this situation. The spin motors just aren't strong enough and they're adding too much weight to the top stage. I think we're going to go farther overall if I just remove that. So we are probably going to pull that solid stage off because it really was not boosting my altitude very much. The other solids work better than using the spin motors. The spin motors just aren't very effective for doing that kind of thing. All right, we are done doing our science. There is absolutely no need to keep this thing anymore. So we're going to range safety it. Fire in the hole in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was a successful launch. We didn't get our Kármán line, but we got a little bit of science, and that's what I really need. Because we need to keep our scientists busy at all times. Very important, or else there's kind of a waste of money. Oh no, we didn't get one science point. We got 0.8. Dang it. All right. So I'm just going to add that one and then we're going to immediately edit this. I'm just going to remove the solids from it. I'm not going to remove that shell body piece and I'm still going to have the decoupler. Actually, no, we can get rid of the decoupler, honestly. I'm thinking about it. Because the decoupler is adding weight. And shedding off as much weight as we can would probably be the best idea. But I'd have to move the SpaceX flag if I fully remove that piece from it. And not only that, I like the length that it adds to the rocket. So I think we'll get rid of the decoupler. We're going to keep the body piece. We're going to get rid of the solids because they were kind of useless. And they just added weight for nothing. Oh yeah, now we have like 2000 DV. We just added like another almost 200 DV by doing that. Okay, well that was probably a good idea. And we could add even more DV if I wanted to push this engine more, but I don't know if I want to push it more. I really want to get 2K. All right, 2K DV, guys. But this is going to give me a 1 minute 16-second burn. That's so over burn time. I don't really want to do that. Let's push it. We'll go my birthday, guys, 1993. It's the birthday of KSP, and we'll have my birthday as the amount of DV we have. All right, so we'll save these edits. We're probably about time for we're likely gonna get ad breaks here in a second. I have a feeling my ad bots are about to run real soon. Let me add to plans because I might go ahead and I know my ad bot is gonna probably automatically run even if I manually run ads. So I'm gonna avoid running manual ads, but I already know ad bot's gonna run in like 2 minutes, guys. So I think we're gonna take a break real quick so the ads will just run while I'm gone. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna use the restroom real fast, and we'll be right back. Um, gonna go get a drink, maybe just smoke real fast. I'll be back in probably 3 or 4 minutes, I'd say. Ads will run while I'm gone, and that'll keep pre-rolls away. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight for the birthday of KSP and the return of RP-1. I will be RB, and we'll get right back into it. I think I took a break at a perfect time because the ad ended up running while I was gone, just like I thought they would. I hate when they run in the middle of gameplay. That always sucks, doesn't it? That's why I try to get rid of pre-rolls as much as I can. Or at least so the normal ad breaks just don't randomly show up. All right. Fourth launch. We should be able to make this one even faster. Yeah, we can make it in less than 2 months. We're starting to get to the point where we can create these really quickly because we've made so many. This is our fourth one we've made. Please give me a daytime launch. Oh, perfect. Good enough. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, Quinn. Go to my YouTube. I have loads of content. I started a new survival playthrough on Evo. I have 8 episodes out. I have decided that I'm just taking a break on that main playthrough. I wanted to play KSP because it's KSP's birthday. And not only that, I mean, it's the KSP Renaissance. I haven't played this in like a year, and I love RP-1. And not only that, a lot of big players have been coming back. Like Giant Waffle started RP-1 today, and a few others. I love, I love KSP. I've been playing KSP since honestly since launch. That's the first game I ever streamed on my channel. But yeah, don't worry. I'm still playing Starship Evo. I got 2 more episodes of my new survival series coming out on YouTube tomorrow. I'm recording 2 episodes a day. I just haven't been streaming it on Twitch. I've been doing an all new playthrough on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube, there's loads of Starship Evo content. I've uploaded like over 30 Starship Evo videos in the last 2 weeks. Like I'm going nuts with content. If you go over there, like I mean, I got my YouTube popping with Starship Evo content. There's loads of it, and it's all stuff that you haven't seen from the streams. Mainly, it's my tutorial guide and then my survival playthrough that I have going on there. Like I say, I have 8 episodes as of today now, and they're all 40 minutes long. All right, chat, let's do this. Fourth launch. Let's see if we can get some more science. Oh, look at the moon, guys. Whoa. Look at it. It's orange. We got a harvest moon. That is so rare to see in the game, guys. Look at that. That is so cool. We got a harvest moon right now. It's orange. Okay, let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. All systems are nominal. 1 minute on burn. We're accelerating at a pretty fast rate now. We're almost to 300 meters per second already. We're cooking. Look at the moon. Wow. It's like a yellowish. It's so rare to see it with that hue. "40 seconds left in burn, 300 meters per second. All systems are still nominal. We're looking good. Come on, baby, you can do it. 25 seconds. Come on, baby, I believe. 20 seconds. Go, baby, go, 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 go. Reach the stars. I want to break some records. 8 seconds. We're going to go over 50. And that's time. 57. Oh, nice. That's going to be some good science, though, guys. All we need to do is get over 40 and we get some good science. Oh, yeah, look, it turned white, guys. Isn't that so cool? I played KSP for so many years. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen it turn orange or yellow like that before. I've never seen like a harvest moon appear in the game before. Maybe that's something that Soul added. That is very cool if so, because I've genuinely never seen that in all my time of playing this game. In this situation, we might actually run out of power before we run out of altitude here. I might need to expand our battery. Really? I've never seen it. That is genuinely like such a rare event, I feel like. That's about as rare as getting a thunderstorm in true volumetrics. Let's see if our power lasts or not, guys. Also, it's a little ominous not having music. Since we didn't make it to space, our music never started. The music would have kind of began if I actually went over the 100K. This was a very good launch though. I'm pretty happy. This rocket flies straight like a bullet, no pun intended. It's literally a bullet with fins. We definitely need to expand the power, and I might want to try to get the engine upgrade, or maybe I'll try to expand the fuel even more. If we had just a tiny bit more DV, I think we could get to our 100K or at least close. Because we were getting to that point where our acceleration was really starting to cook. If we just had like 4 more seconds to our burn, I think we would have made it to like almost 100K. Because when you get to like 35K here and you're accelerating at that point, your thrust to weight ratio just starts cooking on these sounding rockets. You really start accelerating high. You just don't get held back as much. It looks like my power is going to hold out, but we are too low now to do our experiments. We're going to Ranger. Fire in the hole in 3, 2, 1. I call that a success, guys, because we did get enough science now, I believe, to actually keep our research going. So that's going to be big. All right. So, oh, huge, huge science. We're immediately going into engine upgrades, I think. Oh, wait, the avionics upgrade. Getting our weight off of the avionics is the next priority, like 100%. Now, this is going to get our experiments. Very important to get our experiment contracts done. All right. I think it's time to make a new version. The SXIL-2 is going to get made now. So let's go ahead and make a new rocket. Well, we're going to just basically modify the one we have. I'm going to make it a little bit more slender and longer, I think. No, I don't want to change its dimensions very much. I actually really like this thing. It's stable as can be, as is. I want to just try to increase our DV by maybe getting some weight off of this thing. I want to try to shed as much weight as I can off of this, but also keep enough power. Our power generation was almost perfect, but I think we need to go up to like 22. And then, oh, we need to do the other science experiment too. But I guess we'll just keep working on temperature scans till we max it out. We could make this a little bit shorter. Change this to SXIL-2. We're going to want to raise our flag a little bit. Oh, that's perfect. Put it right in the exact spot I want it. And we are going to push this thing. I want to add like 4 more seconds of burn on this. Even though I'm really pushing this engine already, guys. I'm pushing this engine so far over its rated burn time, that's not a good idea. I think we actually should lower our DV. It's going to make us lighter overall, and we're going to accelerate faster and initially go up quicker. Having more DV isn't always the answer, guys. Sometimes it's about that balance of having your weight just light enough to be able to accelerate. Because remember, the higher this TWR is, the better off we're going to be for a sounding rocket. So I think we're actually going to lower the DV back to 1800 here. And I might adjust the fins and give them a little bit less aspect to shed off even more weight. There we go. We're just going to try to shed off as much weight as we possibly can here. Alright, aerodynamics are still looking good. Let me see what it looks like when we take this off. Perfect. Alright, aerodynamics are clean. Everything looks good. I think this will be good. Very lightened up load. Our TWR is 2.17 now. And DV definitely is a lot lower now, but I think these are some good changes. I don't have any engine upgrades yet, so we can't change this. Yeah. When we change the engine, we're really going to start getting some good burn too. That's another thing. Can we turn off or close our alarm clock? Where is it? There it is. Let me add this to my plans. Always add stuff to your plans to avoid extra loading screens. Alright, good to go. And then we'll just send it. Oh. Make sure we save it. Alright, guys. Let's see if our little improvements to the rocket are going to help. And hopefully our research will go by as we wait. And we might be able to get some experiments on the next one. Alright, so it is March 13th, 1952. Wow, look at that sunrise. It's a pretty nice one. Alright, let's recondition the pad. Ooh, we got some clouds. Possible storm. Well, we're never going to see that thunderstorm. All right, May 2nd. Man, we produced this thing fast. Less than a month and a half to make this rocket. We can make these sounding rockets so quick now. Wow, look at that cloud. That's a nice shelf cloud right there. All right. Let's send it. This will be launch number 5, I believe. I already know I'm going to lose track of my launches pretty quickly, guys. So I'm not going to be keeping track of the count too often. Of course, if I numbered each rocket for each launch that we're doing, it would be a lot easier to keep track, but I haven't been doing that. I've already used the SXIL-1 4 times now. This is the first time we're using the 2, and that's the 5th launch. Maybe every 5 launches we'll change to a different one. All right, let's get our engine up. Oh, that is our inner stage. All right, engine data. There's that. We got our DV. I'll just wedge it up there. That's usually a good spot for it. All right, guys. 5th launch of the space program. Launching off of white sand still. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Good launch, good launch. All systems are nominal. 40 seconds left in the burn. Already about to hit 300 meters per second. Acceleration is great right now. Love to see it. We're getting a little bit of an oscillation. Small bit of oscillation going on here. This might be due to my length changes. 20 seconds left in the burn. Everything is looking good. 15 seconds. Oh, you guys can see, I saw lightning inside that cloud. Oh, there's a thunderstorm going on in there. Cool. 7 seconds. This is actually probably a worse launch than our last one. Yeah. We need more DV, guys. Taking out the DV doesn't really help. Actually, really, just getting the probe core's weight down would help immensely. Because remember, we still have the very first probe core, and that is part of the reason why this is a lot harder. Because the very first level probe core is insanely heavy, like bonkers heavy. It weighs down your vessel and takes away so much DV. So launch 5 was a failure, unfortunately. We need to get that change to the weight on the avionics. I think that is the only way that this design is going to effectively get us enough altitude, because our rated burn time is just not good on this Aerobee as is. I could push up the DV on it just slightly, ever so slightly. All right, let's add another one and just make it a tiny adjustment to our DV. And I'm probably going to rush this one because we have a lot of money in the bank right now, and I don't want to sit on my money too much. One of the most important things about RP-1 is you want to burn through that cash early on as much as possible. I'm not kidding. You do not want to sit on your money for too long, because the well will dry up later on, and you don't want to sit on it because it just doesn't work out for you. It doesn't work out. I've learned that the hard way. Alright, we're gonna raise this back up to 116 on the burn time, back up to 2000. How is the avionics upgrade looking? Oh, we actually can't check it here. Damn it. I was hoping to check that to see how much longer we had to research. Oh, damn it. No. Oh, I hate it. Oh, wait, yes. Oh, thank God, RP-1 has been updated. So it used to be when you hit cancel integration there, it would revert you immediately back to the normal screen. And then you'd have a wasted loading screen. So that is so cool that they fixed that. So now you actually stay in the VAB. I know, right? I like this little rocket. It definitely, like I say, needs more weight taken off of it. And the only way that's going to happen is if I get this early tracking systems taken care of. Let's just hire more researchers because like I say, I have a lot of money right now. We're going to push this up. I am going to be getting loads of researchers here because I can actually sustain this. We're making a lot of money right now. I'm going to go 108. And we're on max for that. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to launch this last one like this, and then immediately the next one we make can have the avionics upgrade because it'll be like 2 weeks after we launch this. Roll out. Roll out. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so that's 85% done already. All right, let's send it. Launch number 6. Let's hope we can at least farm a little bit more science. I don't expect this thing to beat the Karman line right now, but we are getting some precious engine data. So it's our engine is getting more reliable with every launch, even with these failures. That is something to note. That engine data is always very, very important to get. All right. We'll keep the Araby up like always. I just always like keeping these two pasted, not only so you guys can see the stats of the launch, but also for my own sake, I like seeing this stuff too. It's a little bit sandy out here. We might have a sandstorm rolling in right here, but I think we're okay. It's clear right around the actual launch site, so I think we are clear for launch here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL2. Had a good launch here. There's definitely looking to be some kind of sandstorms kind of nearby. A little bit of dust getting kicked up. All systems are nominal, approaching 300 meters per second at 6,500 meters. Climbing quick. 40 seconds left in the burn. Everything is looking good so far. We have a little bit of that oscillation going on, just a tiny bit. 25 seconds. All systems are looking nominal. We are a little bit over our rated burn time for sure. 10 seconds left in the burn. Looking pretty nice. It looks like we're going to go over 60K. 2 seconds. Our engine is failing. Engine failed with 1 second left in the burn. We made about 60 kilometers. or 62 to 63. Very good launch. This is actually a new record. New record, guys. It's not the Karman line yet, but I think when we get the avionics upgrade, we probably will get Karman line. I think we'll have enough weight off the vessel to really launch us. We're almost there. I think that it will only take another couple launches that are successful to get us over that 100 kilometer. Looking nice. I forgot what key. Oh yeah, it's F2. Same key as Starship Evo to change to turn off your HUD. Nice. Oh, there's the moon. There it is. See if we can spot anything else. That looks like a planet right there. I wish it would show the words on him. I forget what mod makes it where you can see the names of the planets when you mouse over them. Because you can see a lot of planets right now, actually. There's actually quite a few of them in sight right now. Got something up here. Nice. Spinning enough to vomit. Yeah, so what this is actually how real sounding rockets worked back in the 1950s when rocketry first started. Because there is no control on this rocket, it is basically just a free firing rocket. You spin it to keep it stabilized so it shoots straight up, and that it stops it from wobbling or going off course, because you want to go as high as possible with these sounding rockets to go get data from the higher atmosphere. So you want to spin stabilize these, um, basically because you just have no control. This is a free rocket that I cannot move or change its direction in any way. That's the reason why we spin it. It's just a probe. There's no like Kerbals in it or anything. Because we're in the 1950s right now. In RP-1, you go by like realistic. You kind of have to follow the realistic timeline of actual space flight. It's pretty crazy. Nice. Yeah, I've seen I saw some of that gameplay. The Solar Expanse looks cool. I'm gonna have to check that game out at some point. Alright, let's range safety this thing before it dies. 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. Hey!
Skinzorks just followed.
Let's see. Uh, I don't even know how to pronounce your name, but I'd say it's a Gonzor. Thank you for the follow. Um, yeah, I feel you. Oh, you were doing messing with DC electricity in Minecraft. Have you checked out the new Create Avionics? I've been really like thinking about getting on Minecraft just to play some Create Avionics. Like that mod looks so good, and I mean people have been loving it since it came out. It's basically something I've wanted in Minecraft for a very long time. It's like finally stable physics vehicles that actually perform and have cool physics that aren't FPS destroying. It's finally a dream come true for Minecraft. All right. Oh, we got another 1.4 science, guys. We can queue up another research. I think we can get the basic engines going. Yes, we definitely want the engine upgrade. All right. Engine upgrade. We'll queue up another SXIL2. I gotta make sure this thing has the changes we made to it because this might be the initial model, and I don't want to use that one. And we also want to change the avionics now. Or I gotta wait a little bit. I gotta wait till the research is done to change the avionics. It won't actually let me yet. So maybe it would have been a good idea for me to wait to go in here because now I'm gonna have to go into the VAB twice. Darn it. I'm load stacking, guys. I'm making the memory leak worse. Help. I always try to think about that with like every load I do. All right, let me see. So I think, yes, this is the old one right now. So it does need to be readjusted again. Good thing I went in here. We're gonna try to push this thing even further than before because we've gotten a lot of engine data on it, and the engine didn't fail until there was like 1 second left in the burn. So I think we can really push it. Oh, why did it disappear? Where's my decal? There we go. Is this tooled? Yeah, tool it. Yeah, I don't have that upgrade yet for the avionics. So we'll have to keep it like that. And then I will just have to go back in and edit it as soon as the avionics is researched. And then that should take a large amount of weight off the vessel. I think our DV is going to go up quite a bit when I change the avionics out. Using that, the upgrade, that first upgrade is huge when it comes to weight shedding. All right, let me see. So we got a few days. So let's get early tracking systems done. Boom. All right, there it is. Now we have to go back in here because we're going to change that avionics out. We'll save that. This is what I was trying to avoid, but I didn't think about it until it was already too late. All right. Our load times have not been that bad, though. I think Soul has had a lot of optimizing that has happened because I'm noticing that these are a lot better load times than what I used to deal with. Either that or they might have optimized RP-1 over time. Like I say, it's been like a year since I played the game, and I just don't remember me having such good load times back then. Alright. Wait a second. Oh my god, chat. Have we been using a... No, we haven't. There's no way. There's no way, chat. Don't tell me I've been using a near-Earth core this entire time. That would mean that that is the control core, and of course that weighs a lot more, and we did not need that for all this. So I have a feeling that our weight is about to change immensely. Oh my god, look at that. It made it so small. Oh wow, okay. We've been using the wrong core this whole time, guys. I accidentally been using the near-Earth core, which was very bad for a sounding rocket. So we should go immensely higher now. But now it's made my nose super stubby because we don't need all this area in here anymore. So I could raise the electricity to like be 38. And then I think we're just going to have a bunch of empty mass. Because I do not want a cone top like that. That is not good. I want to make sure to still have the length on it. Alright. And then we'll just make the energy like 38. But preserve the dimensions. There we go. So there's just a bunch of empty space in there. Oh yeah, so Soul does have way better performance. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know, right? And I've been using it every playthrough since you made those flags, man. I do appreciate those. I know you whipped them up like really quick and all that, but I've always liked them. They've been the only flags I use on KSP playthroughs. So I'd have to say they worked out well. Oh my god, look at our DV now after changing our core. We went from 2,000 to almost 2,500. Our DV has exploded through the roof by changing the core. Oh, wow. Okay, we're in the money now. Yeah, real scale. Yeah, this is 1-to-1. 100%. It's the only way to play RP-1. I'm gonna actually make this a little bit smaller. we'll go more to our aligned burn time. That is awesome, chat. Absolutely awesome. We just got so much DV. Like almost 400, practically 500 DV just got added by changing the avionics. You know how big that is going to be for our launches? That is, we could possibly get Carmen line easy now. Oh boy, that is very happy day, happy day. All right, let me go ahead and update my plans. All right, let's do this, guys. This is going to be an exciting launch. Yeah, we're playing Soul 1-to-1 scale, and it is max resolution textures, the highest possible texture packs you can do for Soul for everything. It is maxed, absolutely maxed out. And the entire download size was like over 44 gigs for just Soul. Nice. I've had KSP installs of that size before. I think I've had them up over 50 gigs before. All right, guys, launch number 7. Lucky 7. I'm going to say that, and then this engine's going to fail right out of the gate. Let's find out, guys. I have high hopes for this one. We have a huge DV boost. There's a possibility we might get Carmen line this time around. All right, guys. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Mission filed. We'll get him next time. Back to base. Oh. Instant engine failure. Instant engine failure. Lucky 7 was not the one. Unlucky 7. Feels bad. Cue the Yoda dying noise, the Lego Yoda dying noise. It's fine. We can make another one really fast. And we still get a little bit of engine data from that. So it wasn't totally worthless. Every launch has data. But our precious time is getting wasted, and I want to have a satellite in orbit before America did it. And before Russia did it. I want our little third-party company to beat America and Russia getting a satellite into orbit. They're like, who the hell are these guys? Oh, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. Don't mind me. I'm gonna go ahead and get those milestones. Who's this guy? All right, directly into launch 8. Come on. We got this, I believe. We have a good rocket. We just need a good launch. Is luck on our side? Lady Luck, bless me today. I ask you for this. Here we go. Launch number 8. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Oh my god! We just got double failure, guys. And you want to know why? Is it because I'm not spinning enough and I just got ullage. I just got ullage on it. No. 2 failures in a row. Oh, the misery, guys. We got a ullage failure that time. We had an engine failure last time, ullage failure this one. So ullage means basically the propellants, the fuel started floating in the tank and couldn't get fed into the engine anymore because we weren't spinning fast enough, and basically gravity, didn't work with us and the engine burned out. You can't restart the engine after it goes out. Oh no. Okay, we need to make a little bit of a modification, guys. We need to make this thing spin more. Spin. We need to give it a more aggressive spin out of the gate to make the ullage less. And possibly we could amp our Tiny Tim. There's a different Tiny Tim you can put on that gives it more oomph, but it lasts for less time, and that will launch us with a lot more gravity. Now, there is a chance that it could tip my rocket over if it's too much TWR, because the TWR on this Tiny Tim upgrade is bonkers. Look at that, 37 thrust to weight ratio. It's crazy. And we are going to add a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more spin to these fins. Just ever so slight. Because if we make it too much, we're going to spin so fast the dang wings are going to start phasing off the thing. I think that is honestly enough right there. Anything more than that is just going to be way too much. And we're going to take a tiny bit more fuel out because I had a feeling that maybe our weight is having to play in this. And it's slowing us down a tiny bit. We are going to make the tip a little bit longer and sharper. Like so. Lower that electricity back down, as we don't want to add extra weight. Tool it up. Save the changes. And we're good, I'd say. Fingers crossed, guys. We can produce this one. We've gotten to the point where we can produce these extremely fast. It's like less than 2 months turnover time, which is pretty nice. So yeah, we got about a 3-month turnover time on this right now, but I think we are going to go ahead and rush this. All right. We are losing a tiny bit of funding because we're rushing, but we do have a good amount of money. September 3rd, 1952, launch number 9 for our space program. So far, we've only had about 4 successful launches, but those successful launches have helped us out a little bit. Any science helps. Doesn't matter how much. As long as we're getting science, I'd say we're in the money. We're doing pretty good for ourselves, if so. Hope you guys have been enjoying RP-1 returning to the channel. Like I say, I will be uploading all these VODs edited down with the breaks removed to YouTube, so you guys can rewatch this playthrough back on YouTube. That'll be the first time I'll ever be putting KSP content on my YouTube channel. And also check out all my new Starship Evo content on the YouTube channel. I have like over 30 Starship Evo videos I've made in the last 2 weeks. Like a lot of content. I would love it if some of the regular viewers liked and commented on some of them, help the YouTube algorithm out. You guys have been watching my Twitch streams for years and years, so I'm sure you'd be willing to help me out a little bit on the YouTube channel. Alright guys, let's do this. Oh, our moon has a little bit of a yellowish hue again today. I think it might be just due to the atmosphere of our sunrise right now. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please, baby, please. Oh, yes, success. Good launch, good launch. We have a little bit of oscillation. Spinning good. All systems are nominal. Good launch, good launch. Oh, yes. Love to see it. We're accelerating at a good rate. We're already almost to 300 meters per second. 40 seconds left in the burn. Oh, I like this one. Look at how straight we are flying. We got a very nice trajectory going on right now. Oh, we're spinning so fast our fins are starting to come off. 24. Oh, vapor cones. That would be cool. I don't know if I have the vapor cones mod. 15. Yeah, I need to get the vapor cones mod. That would be cool. That would make things look a lot cooler for like when we get really fast. Oh, engine failure. We are high enough to get some science though, guys. We got 40K. Oh no, never mind. It looks like it's going to go below. Ooh, I think this was a launch failure, guys. Our engine failed out and our fins are coming off and we're starting to oscillate. Uh-oh, it's getting bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa! Destroy that real quick. Okay, so the oscillation definitely started becoming a problem there. Maybe we did a little bit too much spin to win, guys. Just a tiny bit too much spin to win. But, but that was successful overall. We need to, get our burn to go all the way to the end. We're on the right track. We're going places. By the way, let's check to see. Still no one unlocked yet. Let's see if there's any missions available. Oh, wow. No current missions available. We still need to get Carmen Line done. All right, guys. I think we need to go back to the drawing board a little bit and make a little bit more of a traditional sounding rocket for our to get the Carmen Line mission done because we're going through a lot of time and time is money. And we want to start getting our missions knocked out and start stacking that reputation. I'm starting to really think that we need to make some major adjustments to the design. So we are going to go ahead and do that. And first thing we are doing is making the rocket way thinner. I'm going to make more of a traditional pencil sounding rocket. I want more stability going on here. So we're going to go down to 300 meters. And then we can make this much longer. Actually, let's go 400 meters because I feel like 300 might be a little bit too small. 400. Ah. There's that. And we want to have 38 power. Oh yeah, we don't want to do that because if I preserve the dimensions then it will look weird. Let's do that. 38, preserve dimensions. All right, and we gotta refit some of this stuff back on. So that changes. Everything works here. Flag's got to get replaced. See if we can get that scale up a little bit more. Kind of want to just, so we only have one SpaceX, so I'm just going to put the SXIL on the opposite side. There we go. I'm going to remove the USAF. You're going to actually change it to this one, actually, right here. I like this one. We're going to add our little blue there. And we are going to add just a little bit more flare. We'll add a little bit more blue to that leading edge. And then we'll adjust the tip here. Let me see. I'm going to go with a different design. Oh, I could move the USAF onto the tip. That would work. So let's do that. We'll move the USAF up there. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. There we go. Got a little bit of a different design flair to it. Has about the exact same amount of DV as before. It's really not too different. It's just mainly different in looks. It's a lot more of a traditional looking sounding rocket now. We're gonna give it a little bit more length. Alright. We're gonna push it to 2500 DV. 2500 DV in this bad boy. I think that'll be good. And I think it's finally time to add the other experiment. We're going to run all three at once because I think the power system will actually be able to sustain that. Oh, wait, no, that will actually add too much weight. So let's switch to the barometer because we want to keep our weight down. If we ever want to reach our Kármán line, keeping that weight down is essential. All right, 2500 DV. That is pretty promising. In normal vanilla KSP, I think we could literally get to orbit with 2500. We're over here trying to get to 100 kilometers with it. That's what I love about RP-1. All right, so let's add this to the plans. Introducing the SXIL-3. Did I actually already add it? No, I didn't. So let's go ahead and add it. Boom. I need to get a hard save because I actually haven't hard saved since the very first day of the playthrough. I like to get a save on the first day in case we ever want to reset the playthrough someday, or if we end up having problems, and then I don't have to like fully reset up all my RP-1 settings. I could just straight up revert all the way back to the very first day again. It's always good to have that day one save. We'll make this day 2. All right. Go ahead and get that. We got a little bit of a flashbang there. Those mountains almost look snow-capped, but those are, it's just like the sand. The sandy desert. We're over here in White Sands. Whoa, that's interesting looking clouds. What is that? Is that a sandstorm? I think it's a sandstorm. It looks so weird and red. It's so red. Night launch, I'll pass. All right, the morning of September 12th, 1952, we have the 10th launch of our space program. Conditions look fairly clear. We have a little bit of a cloud line with some thunderstorms rolling in from the side over here, but I think we'll be okay. Launch conditions seem clear enough. Fingers crossed, guys. This might be the one. Carmen line, here we come. 2500 DV in a dream. I might need the engine upgrade because we still have the basic engine. As soon as that gets finished researching, that's going to even boost our rocket even more. We've almost got our rocket to the point where it's like perfected, the perfect version of it, where it's going to get good altitude. It's just really about getting all the weight off and the reliability up. Shedding that weight was one of the most important things to do. All right, let's do this. Launch number 10. Our rocket has had some hefty designs or changes. It's a lot more like a traditional sounding rocket now, not so much like a real thick boy bullet, and I think this will stop the oscillation being so bad. We're gonna probably have a lot better stability in the rocket because of this. And I gotta remember to get vapor cones next time I do our playthrough for next playthrough, because that will make it when we're going really fast speeds and breaking the sound barrier, we'll actually see the cones on the vehicle. It's really cool looking. We do have Firefly installed, though. I will note about that, so we'll have cool re-entry effects when we do start getting to that point. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Overall stable launch. Small amount of oscillation. Uh-oh. There's a small amount of oscillation, guys. Let's hope the spin will cancel it out. Oh, looks like it's getting straight. Nice, the spin canceled it. Perfect. All systems are nominal. We are already at 300 meters per second. We are cooking. Accelerating at extremely fast rates right now. The TWR is through the roof. Our fins are flying off because we're spinning so fast. 40 seconds on the burn. I definitely need to lower the rotation of the fins. They're too aggressive. Oh no, our oscillation. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Alright, we need to spin. We need to have the fins with less spin. That just failed us out. Oh, the oscillation. No. Okay, we need to... The fins have too much angling to them now. We spin too quickly, and it basically made the oscillation become extremely aggressive. Oh, no. That was so promising, too. If that just went out, like, stably went out of the atmosphere, we actually could have got Carmen line there. This looks like it might be the one, guys. We just need to fix the stability. Oh, man. That oscillation. It got us. Dang it. Let's see if we can fix that. Engineers, at the ready. We got this, I believe. I think we can get rid of that oscillation. We definitely made our fins too tilty. We gave far too much spin. Too much spin to win. There's a such thing as that. Alright. Too much spin to win. Let's decrease the aggressiveness of this. There we go. Oh, break time, guys. BRB. Good time for me to use the restroom anyway. Good time for you guys to get up, go stretch, go use the restroom, go walk your dog, cat, parrot, or ferret. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, some of you are an ad, so you can't hear me right now, but yeah. BRB. Must fix oscillation. All right. So let's do a little bit of a check here, because we might have to adjust our fins a little bit. I mean, fins look okay. Or maybe actually too aggressive now. Make them smaller. Because we want to have that kind of more centered off. Alright, fins that'll also take some more weight off of the vessel. And we will keep our super spin to win fins on the Tiny Tim. Let me see, if I was to take the fins off the Tiny Tim, where would my... Yeah, that is not good. So we definitely want to keep the fins on the Tiny Tim for stability. Alright, and to stop oscillation a little bit more, if we were to make that a little bit sharper. Just to cut through the air a tiny bit more. 2555 dV. Pretty nice. Let's see how our research is coming along. Oh wow, this actually shows my time for research and stuff. The alarm list. That is cool. Shows our deadlines and everything. I'm glad that they put those on there. Alright, let me make sure I tool this. That's important. Always tool your stuff or it's going to end up being like double the length of time. But always make sure you wait to tool after you're ready. Because if you're constantly tooling every time you make a little change, you're going to waste all your money for nothing. Little pro tip for RP-1. Says the guy that can't get Carmen line in 11 launches. It's fine. Been like a year since I played KSP. Give me a break, guys. I know you guys understand how hard RP-1 is, so I'm sure you guys get it. I mean, it's really a roll of the dice on how good your run's gonna go, depending on how many failures you have, how good that first rocket's designed. I'm definitely not on a Carnassa run, I'll tell you that. Carnassa has became like a god at RP-1. I've seen him get like satellites or get like first orbit by 1953. Simply don't build bad spaceships. Stop building bad forehead. Pretty much. Build better. Simply don't bad build. Oh my god, look at the clouds, guys. We got a horrible storm rolling in. This looks like a thunderstorm is rolling in, but I think we're okay. It's a little bit cloudy. We're gonna have to punch through a cloud barrier, but I think we are good for this launch. This is gonna be a really pretty launch. We're gonna end up getting to see the cloud tops, and the cloud tops are probably gonna look great. God, I love true value metrics, and it's only gotten better over the years. BlackRock's been working on KSA. Speaking of KSA, it has been updated to the point it actually has full building now. You can play KSA for free right now, by the way. But there's like full building in it and all kinds of they added docking and all kinds of other cool things to it. So KSA is like almost a fully playable game now. It just doesn't have missions or like campaign yet, but I mean overall it is pretty much fully playable at this point. The fact that you can actually build crafts now, I mean it's so close to KSP at this point. It's pretty awesome that KSA has really came along that far already, and the optimization is wacky. You can have like 200 FPS really easily with like maxed out settings. The game is so well optimized. You just don't like the idea of kittens. I guarantee you with how the whole game has been built around having like the most moddable platform. Like the game itself is basically fully modular and everything is like a mod, all the different features, meaning that the kittens would be easily replaceable with Kerbals, and I guarantee you modders, as soon as the game comes out, will turn it into Kerbals like within the first week. I guarantee it. There's going to be all kinds of models that, because like this is KSA is going to be so insanely moddable. You're going to be able to change almost every aspect about the game, and it's going to be very easy to do. And I think modders are going to be all over it because people are going to want it to be like the spiritual successor to Kerbal, and there's not like copyright on the Kerbals. I think that the Kerbals will come to KSA very easily with mods. That's just my opinion. That's what I really genuinely think that. I feel you though. That a lot of people do not like the kittens. I personally like them, but I mean the eyes kind of scare me a little bit. But other than that, they are cool. Yeah, well, this is the thing too. I don't know if you've seen recently, but KSP2 Redux has came along a long way, and honestly, KSP2 is almost in a perfectly playable state at the moment too, which is insane to say, but KSP2 is actually almost kind of worth playing if it's been rotting in your library this whole time. If you get Redux, it's actually a pretty stable experience, and you'll get very good FPS too, like well over 100. It's pretty nice. They've optimized it quite a bit. So much work has been done with it with the modders, with Redux. All right, guys, enough delays. Let's do this. Launch number 11. Let's hope for the best. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Okay, we're not spinning as fast. Things seem stable. We're not oscillating like a madman. Love to see it. Stay stable. Uh-oh, we're starting to oscillate a little bit. Please spin. Please spin. Uh-oh, we're starting to oscillate, guys. Get stable. Please get stable. Okay, 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 good, good, good. We're stabilizing. We're stabilizing. I can't spin too fast, though. If this starts spinning too fast, we're gonna destabilize again. So I gotta hope that my fins are not too big. We're spinning at a nice rate. It's not too aggressive. I like this. Our engine's failing? Our engine's failing? Oh no. Oh no. Our engine's failing, guys. Performance loss. Our engine's gonna probably explode. Oh, this might be a failure, guys, but we might... Oh, and the engine just went out. It didn't blow up, but it did just go out. We're gonna have to range it. Damn. Unfortunate, guys. There's those clouds, by the way. They aren't big cumulus clouds or anything. It's just kind of a small cloud layer. Well, that's a failed launch. The oscillation's gone now, though. Look how stable it is. If we didn't have the engine failure, I think we would have been good. See how stable this is? 100%. The oscillation is gone. We're spinning at just the right rate. Perfect. I think we've actually gotten this to a good spot. As soon as we get that engine upgrade, we are going to be set. Because that's going to not only raise our rated burn time, but it will also raise our TWR overall. And we're about to unlock that engine upgrade. As soon as we get that, we're going to be in the big money. Carmen line's right around the corner, guys. I feel like George R. R. Martin promising the dragons in Game of Thrones. Don't worry, they're coming. Don't worry, the dragons are coming. the the Carmen line is coming. We're gonna get it on the 12th launch. Don't worry, the Carmen line is coming. Why can't we get rid of the debris? Be gone, debris. Okay, maybe it was because I was clicking through that. How's my research? Oh, is my research done? Oh, we unlocked the new engine, guys. Wicked. How many G's do I pull on launch? I don't even know how many G's I pull on launch. I'd say it's probably over 4 though, with how fast with the TWR is like 33 for that first Tiny Tim stage. So likely we pull some pretty insane G's. I'd say it's probably over 5, maybe closer to 8. I wouldn't doubt it. All right. Araby upgrade, baby. Yes. Rated burn time is about to go up. There it is. Oh, yes, we already have 2600 DV and we can raise. Oh, wow. We're in the money big time, boys. Oh, no. Can't go any further. My height. Oh, no, my propellant GSE. Okay, we got to modify our launch complex. It's finally time to modify it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and have to go back in. We got to modify the launch complex or else we can't launch this. But 2700 DV now. Oh man. That is good. Almost 3K. We could probably push it up to 3K too. What's the rated burn time? Rated burn time is only 40 seconds. Ooh, okay. We're already going about 20 seconds over. So maybe take a tiny bit off the length. We'll go 57 seconds. That still gives us 2700 DV. I like it. And our rocket only cost 85 bucks to make. You got to imagine that's probably like $8,500. You got to add a couple zeros to everything in Kerbal because there's no way you could make a sounding rocket like this for 85 freaking dollars. All right, so we got to cancel these edits because I can't do it. The propellant GSE is unstable, so we got to go modify the launch complex. When we changed engines, it changes the type of propellant, and we got to load up our launch complex with that new propellant type. So let me go ahead and modify the launch complex. And we'll probably just delete that one SXIL from the queue and then just replace it with a new model. We're getting there. Our DV is increasing by each thing. And then soon we'll be able to put the bottom stage on it, replace the Tiny Tim with an actual proper controllable stage, and start going for the downrange contracts. Because that is the proper evolution. All right. So this should be the exact same one I just did. Yep, 2734. We need to modify the LC. Let's actually just go ahead and push it to a minute. I know that's 20 seconds over the rated burn time, but I do want to kind of push this engine. Make sure everything is tooled. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and modify it. Make sure to add the new version to our plans. There we go. All right. Yeah. I appreciate you coming by to hang out, JT Prater. Yeah, I'll do this last launch real quick. We'll see if we get it. And maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get Carmen line on this launch before you have to head to bed. I was going to be wrapping up the stream here pretty soon. I was probably going to make it like 3 hours long, so I was probably going to wrap up in like 30 minutes or so. So you're not going to miss too much. And like I say, I will be editing down this VOD. I'll take away all the loading screens and I will be taking away the BRB screens and I'll upload this VOD to YouTube edited down so you guys can always watch the RP-1 playthrough as we go through the episodes. The only thing that's going to be on there is the stream overlay. I didn't think about that, but it's fine. Stream overlay will be there. I probably should have went without it, but I wasn't really thinking about that when I started recording it for the YouTube VODs. All right. Launch number 12, guys. This is the last launch that JT can hang out for. So let's hope we get Carmen lined. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's do this. Will this be the one? We have the Araby upgrade. We have 2700 DV and a dream. Can we finally go 100 kilometers? Let's do this. We have a nice, clear, beautiful day. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. All systems are nominal so far. Nope, we're starting to get a little bit of that wobble, but as we spin, we should stabilize. Okay, we're stabilizing. Stabilizing. Nice. All right, all systems are nominal. 50 seconds on the clock. We are accelerating very quickly. We're almost at 500 meters per second already. 35 seconds. All systems are nominal still. 30 seconds. Oh, it's looking good. This is looking extremely promising. Oh, this might be it. 20 seconds. This might be it. This might be it, guys. 15 seconds. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. We did it. 5 seconds. Woohoo! 187 kilometers. Giga W. W's in chat. Chat, we did it. Carmen line is achieved. On launch number 12, we got 186 kilometers blasting past the Carmen line. We have done it. We did it, guys. Finally. 12 launches. It ended up being the final launch for JT Prater of the night. What up, Empty? Huge success, guys. Huge success. Giga W. Big, big W, guys. All right. Let's fast forward a little bit. Our rocket's gonna have a little bit of a disassembly there. Yeah, this will be some great science because look, we're getting telemetry too. Oh my god, right. Don't mind my rocket spitting into individual pieces, guys. It's just going into a different dimension. It's fine. My rocket is fine, guys. It's spitting into a different timeline. This is the kind of science we're looking for. It's literally in a flat spin right now, and the top is about coming off. We have so much electric charge. I actually think I overshot the electric charge on this because we have like way more than we need. We're spinning down like a helicopter blade. We're coming down, guys. Ah! This is going to be some huge science. Humongous science here. Help! Oh no. Oh god, I just got scared that the game just crashed. I was like, are you seriously going to crash right now of all times? We look like we're in the washing machine. All right, we're still running. We got some huge signs from this, I think. This is such an important launch for our space program. Don't mind us looking like we're in a washing machine right now, guys. I'll try to the wobble is a lot less whenever I fast forward some. I know the wobble can be a little bit motion sickness inducing sometimes. Oh, we're actually possibly gonna burn up. I'm gonna range safety it before it burns up. I just wanted to get under the. Oh, I think it's gonna burn up before we range safety it. All right, hurry, blow it up. Shaking like we're in a freaking earthquake. Well, JT Prater, I'm glad that the 12th launch, your final launch of the night, ended up actually being the big one because that we ended up blowing our records away with that one. I think our last record before that was like 64,000 or 64 kilometers. And then we just went up to 187. The difference is astronomical. There it is. October 9th, 1952. We did it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting us to I'm trying to get to orbit before 1955. That's my ultimate goal. I want to beat America and Russia getting to orbit. Let's see if we can do it. That's the game plan. We've had a little bit of a slow start, guys, but I think that we can still hit this strong. We got 4.7 science from that. Big science, baby. Big science for RP-1 4 is really good. We could go for the early science, the avionics upgrade. I could go for the solids. Ooh, the next rocketry upgrade. No, not the plane stuff yet. The solids. The separation motor is what I want. This is what you can use for kick stages. Have a good night, JT Prater. Thanks for hanging out for the stream. Have a good night. Sleep well. I'll be back with another RP-1 stream here soon. It'll likely be tomorrow when we stream another one. But be definitely looking for the series to be uploaded to YouTube if you end up missing any episodes. Let me see if I could actually add a little bit of engineers to our. Yeah, no, it's still at 10. We're gonna keep rushing these for now, just so I can keep farming science. But we did get our Carmen line mission done, so we can finally choose a new mission here. So let's choose our next goal. Likely we have our downrange. So we got to put a parachute on this one. We got to actually save the rocket. All right. So this is one of them that we actually have to recover, guys. So let's make an adjustment to the SXIL-3 and give it a parachute. We'll give it an inline parachute. And that will be able to save the probe core. That's definitely going to lower our DV some, but I think we'll still have plenty to get our suborbital done. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're simply going to pop the decoupler back on. We need the ring coupler back. All right, so we get the ring back, and we actually want that ring under the parachute. Where's my parachute? Get our real chute stack. We'll have to change the size of it in the other menu. Like that. Where's my parachute controls? Did I choose the wrong one? I might have chose the wrong one, guys. No, this is the real chute. There it is, toggle info. Oh no, that isn't it. Show parachute editor. There we go. They moved it. They made it where you don't have to go to the action screen anymore. There we go. Dang, decoupler ended up moving to the top of it. Alright. We don't need any spare chutes because those are just extra weight that are kind of meaningless. Our weight, altitude deployment, pre-deployment, 700, deployment, 350. Actually, no, wait, we're over sea level. We're over 2,000. So we want, so we're 2,000 meters over sea level. So we want 2,900 and 2,200 or 2,300 maybe, because we were about 2,000 over sea level here, so we want to make sure that we're actually accommodating for that. All right, parachute is set up. Let's pop this back on. There we go. Oh, I was gonna say we lost an insane amount of DV. It's just my stages got messed up. There we go. We did lose about 200 DV from adding that parachute. That is a heavy boy right there. We'll go ahead and make this the 4 model, just because that's a pretty hefty change we just made to it. I wish we could repaint the parachute. Sometimes those things are jarring when you see those in the middle. Does this have recolor? Oh god, I just accidentally rechanged my... How did I go to the root button? Yeah, there isn't anything for recolor. Alright. Make sure all of our stuff is tooled. Everything looks good. Save the edits. There we go. Now we have a parachute. Let's see if we can get this thing suborbital and save it successfully. And that'll be another mission down. We need to get that rep up, because the higher rep we can get early on, we can start getting some major funding to be able to actually, you know, accelerate the program. Getting that higher rep early on is going to be very useful. All right. October 24th, 1952. We're ready to launch another one. Launch number 13. Hopefully this one isn't a very unlucky one, guys. It might go really bad. All right. Let's see how this goes. Will we actually be able to get some science? Can we recover this successfully? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. End stream here. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Alright. Get these pinned up. Alright. I think we're good. Make sure this stuff is separated out properly. Check yo staging. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go SpaceX, go SXIL. Go baby go. So far, we're climbing nicely. We began the oscillation, right? And we're immediately straightening out. Perfect. I'm glad that oscillation's getting canceled fast enough. We're cooking, guys. We're already almost going 700 meters per second right now. All systems are nominal. 16 seconds in the burn. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Whoa, we just beat our old record, guys, with less DV. We got 188. That's more than last time with less DV. Well, it looks like we're going to end up at 187 again. But we have literally 200 less in this. And it actually went to about the same altitude. All right, let's make sure we're starting our science scans. We're not going to decouple until we get to the highest point because we can use the decoupler to push us up even a little bit higher. Basically, the decoupling force can launch us up just a tiny bit more if I do it right at our highest point. Basically, kind of delay us from falling. We're starting to oscillate. That's a little unfortunate. Here it comes. It's oscillation beginning at the bottom this time. That's interesting. The oscillation starts at the top and then it ends in the bottom. It's very interesting. We might have to decouple before this oscillation gets too bad. Yeah. We're probably decoupler here in a second. It's not looking good. We're about to start oscillating really bad. Do it. Hey, that just brought us up another kilometer. We just gained 1 kilometer from doing that. Nice. There it is. Look at this little cluster of stars over here, guys. Check it out. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like all together in this little tiny cluster. That's a cool little bit. Let's do some planet spotting. I can't see what these are, but we do have some actual planets in view. I really want to remember what mod it is that lets me see the planets when you mouse over them, because I usually had that in every playthrough, but I haven't had it here. Usually it makes it where like every time you actually hover over anything in normal gameplay, it'll actually show what it is that you're looking at. But we do have quite a few things in sight right now. Very nice launch. We're once again getting loads of science here. Another great success. Our space program's really starting to gain some traction now, guys. This is wonderful to see. I knew changing the rocket's design a little bit was going to help us, but I never thought it would help us this much. 3.3! Oh man, we're going to be rolling in science by the time we're done with this with it, guys. And if we get our mission done too, we will be set. Oh, it's the whale noises in the background. Always love the whales. All right. Probably fast forward a little bit. We still have loads of power. I think I might be able to actually take away some power from this because that'll shave some more weight off. Ooh, that scared me. Okay. We'll spin at the speed of sound here until we get low enough. It's fine. It's fine. The cone's just deconstructing a little bit. It's okay. All right, looks like we're going to come down in a flat spin. Let's see how this goes, guys. I think the atmosphere is going to slow me down enough where we'll be okay. We're just straight up flat spinning like a little helicopter. We're gonna be fine. Don't worry. Everything is gonna be just fine. There's no way this will go wrong. It's the middle of the desert, at least. We ain't gonna hurt anybody. Hey, look at that. We slowed down really fast, guys. We're down to 300 already. We're good to go. I think we'll be a-okay as long as the parachute actually deploys. If it doesn't actually deploy, it might be a problem. We're slowing down quite a bit right now. We're down to 150 meters per second already. Our little flat spin is helping us out. We're like a little helicopter bullet. 135, we're still slowing down. Well, that's great to see that the aero braking is working. Thank you, atmosphere. You're working for me today. We're falling at such a slow rate. We're actually maybe going to go under 100 meters per second. No, it looks like 125 might be the limit. I think that'll end up being like our terminal velocity. No, we're actually slowing down even more. Very unexpected. Wow. We're gonna get like under 100. Oh, there we go. Parachute deployed. I'd say this is a great success. As long as this parachute doesn't fail out of nowhere, we'll be okay. There's no way it's just gonna break off on us. Whee! Oh no, the batteries are dying. I guess our batteries were perfectly the right amount because our battery is going to die right around the same time we land. So that works out really well. The one parachute. I didn't realize I kept two parachutes on here, guys. So one of them is deployed before the other one because I never changed the settings of one of them. I only did it for the first parachute. So the second parachute doesn't have settings changed. We're gonna actually run out of power before we land. It's fine though. We'll still beat the mission because the parachute's already deployed. All we have to do is just land this baby. But we do need to add a tiny bit more power. We could probably go all the way up to 50 on the power. Or maybe like 46 or 47. That might be good. But we'll probably just round it off and do 50 in there. I kind of wish I had my better time warp installed, guys, because we have to wait quite a while for this to fall. And it's about to get even slower since our parachute's fully deployed. Spinning around at the speed of sound. I always love when the little parachutes start twirling around each other. There's no way that would become a problem in real life. They just keep twirling around each other, and eventually the parachutes would just totally fuse and you'd have a real bad time. Not optimal. By the way, a reminder of anybody that likes playing these types of games, and if you like Kerbal, you're familiar with Simple Planes. Simple Planes 2 just came out. I actually already picked it up. It's extremely fun. I'll be playing it on stream here soon, one of these days, and probably make some YouTube videos of it. But it is like everything about Simple Planes 1, but amped up and so much better. It's made by the same devs as the Juno New Origins team, but the plane, like flying physics in the game are extremely good. It has like full first person cam. You can get out of your vehicles. You can build pretty much anything you want in that game too. Like Simple Planes 2 ended up being a great launch. Very good game, and it's actually on sale for launch, so that's cool. Anybody that likes these types of building games, I just thought I'd put that on your radar if you didn't know about Simple Planes 2 coming out. Okay, we're just gonna break dance for a little bit. Success! We did it! All right, let's recover this thing before it starts rolling too much and we can't recover it. Big success, guys. All right, that's some more rep in the bank. We got a bunch more science. The last two launches have been going a little too well, guys. I have a feeling we're about due for some bad luck again. $12 science? Oh, that's huge. That means we can get the material upgrade. Oh, that's huge. I never expected to get that much. And we could get the next avionics, but I think we're going to go for the next rocketry engines. Go for next engines and early materials. Getting those materials upgraded ASAP is extremely useful. And now we can go and get even more researchers. As long as I'm not rushing things, we should be able to sustain this. Hardly. We can hardly sustain this, so we probably shouldn't hire too many more. Oh wait, I never added the 4 to my plans. Let me remove that because we want to be using the 4, not the 3. But that means I will have to go back into VAB. So what mission to do next? We have 41 rep. Pretty nice. Okay. Downrange. And then we got some of our experiment stuff. We're going to do our first experiment one with the 35 units of sounding payload. All right, guys. So we will be doing that mission when we start next stream. I'm going to wrap it up for the night for here. I think we've had some great success for this first RP-1 playthrough stream for coming back. I really appreciate everybody coming to hang out tonight for the birthday of Kerbal. Literally KSP's birthday. This is the day it came out. 16 years ago today. That's when it officially came out. I mean, it was in alpha before then, and it was probably out for like since 2011 in alpha, but the official launch day was today. And it's crazy. It's been that many years. But yeah, really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Have a great night, everybody. I'm gonna have the RP-1 playthrough on the YouTube channel. Go check out all the Starship Evo content I've also put on the YouTube channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone, and thank you for hanging out for the RP-1 stream. Bye, guys. Got some great success tonight. Excited for the missions tomorrow.